Hi guys, so we all watched the match yesterday. On my social media, for example, I have always been very optimistic about all Arsenal players, and I've even defended more of Madueke. In fact, Madueke is not even the topic now because Madueke did not even play badly yesterday. Madueke played amazingly well. There was really a very big difference between when Martinelli was on the pitch and when Madueke came in to play. So we saw the difference. We saw that Madueke could actually, move the ball. He had the confidence. He can do the pull out. He can run. He can do all of these things. But for Martinelli, Martinelli would just pick the ball. He wouldn't even look up. He would just be running into players. And even nobody was even doubling up on him. So it made more players double up on Gyökeres as well as Saka, while just a single defender would be marking Martinelli. But immediately Madueke came in, we saw a different shift. We saw that, of course, they had to change formation. More people were beginning to mark Madueke. So those are the little. Anyways, what I want to talk about today is Odegaard. I don't know. I don't want to say Odegaard is playing badly, but I think what is really happening is that Odegaard is so used to passing to Bukayo Saka. Odegard picks up the ball, pass to Saka, picks up the ball, pass to Saka, picks up the ball, pass to Saka every now and then. What happened to those line breaking passes? What happened to looking up? And now, since we have a nine, since we have a standing striker in Victor Gyökeres, why not just look out for him? Why not just pass the ball to him? Look for a way to feed him the ball. That was exactly what Zubimendi was doing yesterday. Zubimendi picks up the ball, pull the ball in the center of the 9 yard, and that was the way we were able to get our first goal through Victor Gyökeres. A beautiful idea yesterday. So what exactly happened to doing that? Throughout that match yesterday, the most of the passes received or done from Odegaard was to Bukayo Saka. And even there are times that he would see some other options of Martinelli. There was even a particular place he was supposed to release. He was supposed to release Madueke. Madueke was in the match as at that time. He was supposed to release Madueke. He still passed to Bukayo Saka. Is it that he's so used to passing to Bukayo Saka, or do you think that he's not fit enough? What exactly do you think? We need to discuss. But please do not insult play. I don't like when you insult our players. Just be mature. Let's talk about what you think is really happening. I think he needs to reorientate himself with the fact that we now have other players that can actually play. One of my defense for Martinelli before, because I just see that Martinelli has chosen not to improve. He just chose not to improve. One of my arguments on Martinelli before was that Martinelli was not playing well because we lost Xhaka. That is Granit Xhaka. And since the moment we lost Xhaka, what happened was that he wasn't getting the much passes he needed. Then it wasn't really a problem because Xhaka was always going to pass to Martinelli. Odegard was always going to pass to Saka. So it made it look very good. And then we had, Ben White, who was always working very good with Bukayo Saka, if you remember then. And who we had then was Zinchenko, but Zinchenko wasn't really working well with Martinelli. So Martinelli, on one hand, is unlucky to have players that are going to be really working with him. That was what we thought Merino was going to do last season. But we had injury problems where Merino had to now finally move up front to become, a makeshift striker. He performed amazingly. But I think got about maybe 10 goals or so. Maybe 10 goals and assist or so. I can't really remember now. So, anyways, I don't totally want to write off Martinelli. I think Martinelli himself needs help. Martinelli is not getting maybe the supplies that he needs, or maybe the right kind of supply that can actually help him do better. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just want to hear your opinion. But I'm more concerned with Odegaard, because why exactly is Odegaard not, as a midfielder, the kind of position you have as what do they call it now? As a captain of the team, you're supposed to do wonders. You're supposed to look up, see who is free here, see who is free here, move the ball, pass the ball to them, do the things that you need to do. So these are actually the things that I think are not. These things are not sitting well with me. I actually think you can actually do better. The season is starting next week. We have a match today, yes. The season is actually starting next week. We are playing against Manchester United. We don't need to start like this, or else we'll be punished. We will have a lot of opportunities to win teams and still will be punished, because we need a midfielder that can actually, especially our captain, that can actually give the ball to the people that are free and that can do things. Don't kill Bukayo Saka with these passes. Yes, give Bukayo Saka enough of the ball because he's a fantastic player, but to use other wings as well so that we can actually do well. I know many of you might be arguing that, okay, even if at the end of the day, what happened to the balls that have been given to Martinelli, what has it done with them? That is another question entirely, and that is the reason why Arsenal are currently looking into bringing in Eze. And even let me tell you something: if Eze comes into Arsenal, he might be playing in the position of Bukayo. I mean, in the position of Odegaard, because he can actually play that position as well as he can play the wing side. He's a versatile player. You know, Arteta likes to buy players that can play different wings. You get what I'm saying? But I do not specifically think that Nwaneri is ready enough to play in that position. It's not like we are not going to be using him. Of course, we have a lot of matches this season. We are going to be playing the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup. We are going to be playing, I think, the FA Cup. We are going to be playing the Premiership, the Champions League. So there are many of these competitions that we are going to play. So we might be seeing, we are even definitely going to be seeing more of Nwaneri, because he's just signed a long-term contract with us now. So guys, what exactly do you think is happening with Odegard, and how do you think Odegard can improve on his game? Please remember to like, share, and drop your comments in the comment section. Thank you guys.